Let me make this full screen. Fantastic. It's a big map.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at. Caves. Are there caves here?
Oh, I've seen that map. Yeah, there are caves there. They're kind of neat. I have seen that map. I just don't use it. That's kind of neat. I like it.
Oh, it's like a one-way. Okay, that's
Yeah,
the
there's a
lane.
couple different cave areas, I think. But yeah. Non, dans le four. Ah, s'il y a option, c'est tellement mieux.
Okay. NR6, cool. You gotta go to systems, and then it's all gonna be in the HAL stuff here. First, to start anything off, you need to drop HAL core and you need to drop HAL
Oh,
general settings. These effects
how core?
with
Yep.
NR6.
Now
You know, when
place
you got that
down
down.
core and general settings.
Yeah, if you core, you doesn't have any settings. General settings, if you double click it, you can change a bunch of things.
Yep. Anything that you would change at this time?
Anything I would change, I would turn on synchronized planned attacks. That makes it so that squads will attack a target at the same time. So it's a bigger, like group effort. It's a bit harder to. Yeah, you get it. And then, I would turn on supports magic rearm repair refuel.
Magic rearm
And
refuel.
also
Yep.
supports magic heal because you guys use ace medical.
Fantastic. Yep.
Um, cool. That's really what I would do there.
Okay.
Then to Hal Commander. You can
Hold
do
on.
a High Commander, which controls multiple commanders, but I don't know how to do that. I just use one singular commander.
Hold
So
on.
what you're gonna do is you want to do drop.
Okay, I've saved it as a new file so that I don't fuck over the first one.
Yeah. So then what you're gonna do is where I usually put it at the up for like either the final objective that the guys are gonna deal with, or put it at where should I put this? I think I'm gonna put
So what
this.
is this part that you're putting down now?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna do here. I'm thinking I have these guys push through these two towns, then push through this third town, and then like cross this wide open area, push this town, and then I don't know. Maybe I'll have them push this last group of buildings for like an HVT. Yeah, cool. Okay. So I'm gonna place my Hawk Commander there. You don't have to, but I would because
So what am I placing?
sometimes you're placing a Hawk Commander. It's gonna
Okay,
be
at the
under
last
commanders.
objective.
Yeah, or like wherever the enemy base of operations is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so Hal
Then
Commander,
what
just
you're
the
gonna
standard High
drop.
Commander.
Yeah, so you can double click that, and you want to make sure this is a your bad guy. So leader A, just remember that this is leader A, and then change the AI
Uh,
leader side to
I've got,
whatever side you want to be. So
I've
op
not
four for this
placed the
one.
high. Hold on.
What's wrong?
I will also stream to you. It doesn't look quite the same as it does for you. So my High Commander, I
No,
can't
no, no,
choose what.
not high commander, just the commander, just the commander. And so you can place
Oh
high
yeah, there it
commanders,
is. Yeah,
but what a
yeah,
high
yeah.
commander does, a high commander
So
commands multiple
okay, yeah.
commanders.
So Hal Commander, I'll place that down.
So
I
just
choose
yeah,
its
how
side,
commander,
opt for leader A. That's fine.
and just remember that it's leader A. And then what you want to do, drop down commander behavior, objective, personality, support, and just normal
Behavior,
settings.
objective,
And then once
personality.
you've got that,
Okay.
you want to control click all five of them, right click, sync to the high commander.
Yep.
Okay, now we're gonna go through each one of them. So let's go to the commander. Let's go first the personality settings. That one's pretty uh easy to go through.
Yep.
So manual personality, just leave that as is enabled.
And then you
And then you
choose
want to
which
go
one.
to the with personality. I actually don't know which ones these are. I either do ideal or competent. Those are usually the ones I do.
Alright, I'll work with competent for now, and if it
Um,
works, I'll experiment with the others in the future.
yeah. So then we have behavior settings. Um,
Yep.
This one, you can just look through all of them. Smoke retreat, enabled.
Guard. What does guard
Enable
disembark
surrender.
mean? Make when using character.
Guard
Okay.
disembark is
I don't use that module.
yeah.
Idle squads. Yeah, patrol orders.
The morale coefficient. So how the morale coefficient works is essentially it's based off the number of guys it starts with. Any of the coefficients regarding numbers it's based on based on the number of guys it starts with. And once you drop under the base amount of guys that you start with, I believe that starts having an effect. I think that I know that's how it is for the respawn for
Yeah.
the respawn for like whatever when it brings back like reinforcements, the reinforcements module.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how exactly it works for these two. Rush mode,
Yeah.
I would keep it disabled.
Yeah.
It means they just run everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then all this, you don't really have to worry about these numbers. Not really your problem. One thing if you want to do, if you make it so exhausted squads combined,
Yeah, I'll
so
do
if
that.
like
That sounds kind of fun. I'll do that. Yep.
yeah, it's a work in progress though. I don't know how I could fuck shit up.
It's
Next
still working
objective
progress, is it?
settings.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, we'll leave that.
Forced defense mode means they never attack. They all only defend. Forced attack means they never defend. They're always attacking.
Yeah.
So keep it in mind. So if you're doing
I
a
can
defense
work
mission,
with
you want to
them.
probably
Yeah,
have them on forced attack mode.
of course, yes.
Yeah. Don't have them both on.
No, that'll fuck it. Simple mode.
Yeah. Keep that on. And if you interested over yeah, keep that disabled. Garrison attack range. If you wanna, yeah, this
I
should
can mess
be
around with
basically
them. They're
good.
mostly self-explanatory. Those are.
Yeah, you can. Okay, so then support settings. See, all of these should be pretty. Yeah, all these are good as is. And okay, yeah, here. On setting support, there's nothing we need to change, but just normal settings. This is the one you have to look at.
Yeah.
You have to look at it a little bit. So fast orders essentially. Bless you. I don't know how bad. I don't know how your guys' servers are doing now, but this will
Been
be a little
pretty
bit heavy on the servers.
decent. Well, fast orders will be
Because
heavy.
how it works.
I'll leave it off. Probably.
Yeah, because what it does is that basically there's a period that it waits before it gives a new order. You can make how long that period. You see the cycle duration a little bit lower.
Yeah.
That means every 150 seconds it'll give a new order. Fast orders means as soon as the last order is complete, it'll give another.
Yeah, no, we don't want
So it can be a little, yeah. Commander chat orders, I would disable that, but it doesn't really matter because it's like only for this since we changed the commander to op4, it'll only show on the side chat for op4. Cycles on demand. Control outside groups. That is what essentially what it does is that if you want to have multiple commanders, keep that off. But if you have one commander, just I would say I don't know. Maybe keep this on, maybe keep this off, because if you want to have guys that aren't affected by NR6 HAL, you want to keep that off.
Yep.
Disabled, and if you want to just everybody,
yeah,
there's a way to do it with the module later. So
I'll leave it
off. Control sync groups enable that. That basically means you can have the commander be like an actual person.
Enabled, okay.
And then that should be everything. Cool. So that's your commander. Move him off to the side. Just have him near the objective. Next, you want to choose your objectives. So for me, it's gonna be.
I've got my objectives and all that.
It's gonna be this like town right here. So I'm gonna have. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably gonna have one here, and then one here. Let's use this right here. Oh, this is cool too. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you how to use it. I'm not really gonna put shit here yet though. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna place objective markers. If you search up objective.
Yeah. It's legacy or simple?
Simple.
Okay.
So we're gonna put those objective markers on
what
where.
Order do you need to place them? There's the order
you don't need to place them. Just. What do you mean?
As in, will the first ones take priority over the other ones?
No. There's a value that you can shoot. You can make priority, and it's in the settings of it. So just.
Okay, I'll place.
Yeah. So mark your objectives.
Yep.
Cool. So once you got all your objectives, what you want to do is click all of them, which you can like just select all of them on the left menu.
Yep.
And then attributes. Set taken by commander, leader A. If these are bad guy objectives, make them all set by leader A.
Yeah.
If you want to set them as a patrol point,
What are patrol points? So that would be they
no,
patrol
no,
to that,
don't do
and
that. Don't.
then
Yeah, don't,
I won't do that for these ones.
because
It
that
wasn't
means the
applicable.
objective is never the objective never gets lost.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it would be a
you can
patrol
title
point.
them, but that doesn't really matter. But then the set value 1 to 10. This is how important it is to the AI and how much they'll fight to take it.
Right. Yeah.
And
Okay.
how
Okay.
how they'll distribute. Yeah, so you want to keep just 1 is less valuable.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
understand.
you get it.
5.
So just set that where you want it.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. Yep.
Let me see if there's any like military camps in this town here. We'll throw it here. We'll say that this is like oh no, I can. Okay, yeah, I know what to do. There you go. And I'll throw another one like. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so boom. And you set
So
the
I've put the objectives with their values. Yeah.
yeah. So just let me finish setting mine. Hold on. And then cool. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sites for places where you want enemies to be spawned. So if you search site, it'll just say NR6 sites.
Yeah.
Place that next to the objective, and then you want to go into it and click the settings on it.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll get a good place to spawn them.
It'll spawn on a radius. It doesn't spawn exactly on it, so
Yeah.
it'll spawn on like a radius around it.
Set it to up for.
So click it. Yeah, opt for number of groups. How it's going to work is that you're going to connect this to an asset compiler, and the asset compiler is going to have groups attached to it. And essentially, the number of groups is how many times it's going to roll to pull one of these groups from that asset compiler.
Yeah.
So you want more groups on heavier objectives, less group on lighter objectives.
Is groups
so
the
this
amount
one
that it
I
can
want.
spawn, or is
Okay,
groups the
so
amount
let's
of different
say I'm
types
gonna
of units?
let me show you. Hold on. So I'm gonna put an asset compiler down here. You don't have to do this yet. You can do it if you want to though. These are gonna be fighting. Let's say they're fighting Pakistan insurgents. So let's say I put down. I gotta make my player. Holy fuck! Hold on. I'm gonna put a player in the bottom right here. Cool. So let's say this. I want like an AA fire team, an AT fire team.
Yeah, just different types of flight teams. Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah. So then, and then like a PCAM fire team. So I want these. These are like the things I want it to pull from. So every single time it rolls, it's gonna pull from one of these teams, right?
Mhm.
So then, since they're all connected, so you see what marks like these, like this diamond mark at the top.
Yeah,
This means it's one group,
yeah,
obviously, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select all these. I'm gonna right click them, and I'm gonna sync this asset compiler,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna sync this asset compiler, to the site.
Yeah, so sync the groups to the asset compiler.
And then sync the asset compiler to the site. So what this does essentially, why isn't that synced? That's annoying.
The syncing seems to have worked for me.
There you go. Okay, cool. So what it's going to do is that it's these guys right here. They're not going to spawn.
No, yeah.
These are put into an array list. And that array list, has like what group 1, and it has these 4. And what it's going to do is the site is going to go to the asset compiler and say, "Hey, what groups can I spawn?" and it's going to say you can spawn these 4 groups, and it's going to go okay, cool. And the site it says spawn 7 groups, so it's going to roll 7 times, and each of those 7 times it's going to pull one of these groups out of it
Yep,
and spawn
yep,
them in
yep.
the radius.
I remember that.
Okay. So and then spawn radius is in meters how far out it's going to spawn guys.
Yeah.
Chance of patrol is
Yeah.
how instead of garrisoning them in a building, they might
So it
patrol
can
them
garrison
around the area.
buildings. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yes, it can
Okay.
garrison buildings. And speaking of which, min building size, that's how many garrison spots it has to have.
Yep.
Before it,
I
yeah.
got that.
So cool, and then yeah. So did you get the whole ASCII compiler thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's essentially how you set up your sites. So what you want to do is you want to set up an ASCII compiler for each of your objectives.
Okay.
You can
so
also
I'll.
if I like for example I want to do motorized infantry, a motorized A fire team, as I could do that here and have these guys in the US.
And they could be in.
And then yeah, but the US, I'd recommend you have them like this. Don't you can spawn vehicles by themselves.
Yeah.
But don't do like one group as infantry and then one group of US because that's 2 separate groups. You have to have the
They have to
vehicle
be
with
linked
if
together.
you want to do like mechanized. Yeah, if you want to
Would
have
you
like the
have to put
mechanized
them
infantry.
inside it, or
No. Like, okay, hold on. Let me show you. So this, what it'll do is it'll spawn this UAS and it'll spawn 3 guys next or 4 guys next to it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sync these guys.
Including the.
But if I go to mechanized infantry and then, for example, I just deleted these guys and then I just did this, it would only spawn this and the guys inside of it. It would only spawn the BMP one and then it'll spawn the driver and the gunner in it.
Yeah.
So what I would do is armor pieces and heavier stuff, spawn them by themselves, and then mechanized and motorized elements, spawn them with infantry next to them.
Yeah. So I've got that. So I'll sync that to the compiler. Wait, I don't know if they're in the same squad or not. They're not. I'll link them, put them in. But I don't have to put them in, do I?
What do you mean?
I don't have to put the infantry in the vehicle as long as they're in the same squad.
What do you mean put the infantry in the vehicle? Oh, I wouldn't load them. Don't load if you're trying to have them like get out when they take contact. I wouldn't do that. I would just have it so they're like outside and following. That's what I meant by don't put them in the vehicle. Like don't put all of them in the vehicle. Just have them spawn next to it.
Yeah. In the same squad. Okay, that works.
Yeah. And don't make it led by the Badger. Make it led by like a squad lead on the ground. Because then they're all gonna follow the Badger in front, and the Badger's gonna get hit first, and it's gonna be useless. So make like a squad lead leader, and
that's a good idea. I'll do a mechanized one as well.
Motorized.
Or a motorized one. I mean. Let's see. Controls.
Okay, so then I'm gonna. If you want to have it like this, where they're in a transport vehicle, though, you can make the driver the team lead because then the driver will tell them all to get in. But if it's an infantry fighting vehicle or something like that, make somebody on the ground a squad lead.
That's cool. I'm happy with that. I'll do one squad of that then with a mule. Covered mule.
Cool. Okay. So then just do that for all of your objectives. So then you can have that done. That's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna get started on some other stuff, and I'll show you how that works. And then you can add sites and stuff in your own time.
I can do that later in the show. Let me just organize.
Okay, so next what you're gonna want is we're gonna set up reinforcements. And reinforcements works pretty similarly.
Just do one more objective just to make sure I understand it. So it's just a standard objective, simple mode. Oh, I fucked it up.
Oh my god. Oh.
Objective, simple mode. Put that where I want it to be. Radius. No, I don't want an objective, do I? That's not what I need. It's not the compiler. What is it? Site. Yeah. Okay, so I put a site down. Set its range like. Then I sync the compiler to the site. Voila. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, now we'll do reinforcements.
Yeah. So you want to go where the bad guy base of operations is?
I'll be all the way up here. But we're not attacking this one today, so
Yeah, just or wherever you want reinforcements coming from.
yeah.
But have it far back, like very, very far back.
Could you have them coming from the last objective? Or would you
That
prefer
works,
to have
but
it
there is
further
a
back?
limited amount of reinforcement. It's not going to keep flowing guys in. There's a limited amount, so I would have it somewhere that they can go to and they can fight.
Say that again.
Um, there is a limited amount of reinforcements, so I would
Yeah.
have it be somewhere they can go to and they can fight.
What do you mean they can go to and they can fight? As
Like
in
before,
where they where the
so for
players
this
can
case,
go and fight.
the 82nd can go and fight them. Yeah.
So the 82nd can go to where the reinforcements are spawning and fight them there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do it on the last objective then. That makes sense. Somewhat. Okay. I'll do that there.
So then, hold on, I want to make sure I did something right.
So I need another asset compiler, I assume, to spawn the reinforcements.
Yeah, we're gonna need another asset compiler,
I'll start with that. There you go.
but you're also gonna need the reinforcement module.
Yeah. Oh, there's the air reinforcements as well. I remember they were a pain to work with.
Yeah, we're gonna do that in a second. Just put down the normal
Standard
one,
one.
normal
Yeah.
reinforcements for now.
So I sync the compiler to that.
So,
Oh, I basically
and let's go in the reinforcement settings for a second, because we
Yep.
have to do some stuff here.
op 4.
So set aside the op 4, and you see where it says
What does
faction?
Yeah.
Just put that in as custom, all lowercase.
Yeah. Player disable
Okay,
range.
so
A kilometer. I can change
yeah,
that.
so
That's
there's gonna be
expansion. Pool size, spawns per wave.
4.
Yeah, I understand these.
Okay, so yeah, so spawn per
The
wave.
rally points and
That's how many
argument
groups.
are the two that I
Not
don't
even
understand.
you don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
Spawn per wave is the number of groups that spawns every single time.
Yep.
The threshold, it drops to the threshold.
Mhm.
Spawn radius is the radius in meters of how far it'll spawn troops.
Yep.
Pool size is how many groups it has in reserve. So
Yep,
if you have spawns per wave 1 and pool size 10, every single time it drops around the threshold, it'll spawn one group and it can do that 10 times.
Yep.
Faction custom, we need to do that because we're using custom factions here.
Yes.
Threshold. So essentially, if the threshold of 1 is how many guys are on the op 4 side. How many guys are on the op 4 side? As the mission starts, right? So
threshold.
if you have it as 1,
yeah.
If once you drop below like the base amount of guys you start with,
Yeah.
then it's gonna spawn a group essentially.
Mhm.
So if you want it to be less than that threshold, if you want to be like, okay, once they drop below like half of what they started off with, then you start spawning groups. If you want to make it so even if like you started off, it's like you make it 1.5, right? Then it'll spawn groups until they reach about 1.5 of what they first started, or 1.5 of what they first started with.
So it would spawn until there's 150%
Until
the amount of people that there was before.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And then disable range, player disable range is that essentially obviously you don't want reinforcement spawning while
I
you can
understand
see
what
it.
that one is.
So it's the
Stops
I think it's the
them from
radius. I
spawning.
don't know if it's the
Player disable range is what it says.
I would imagine it's the radius, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Threshold, so I'll put it on
Okay.
1 is fine for now. Okay. That's a reinforcement module. What did you set
Okay,
it to?
so then you want to get the what's up?
What did you set the threshold to?
0.9.
0.9. Okay. Any reason?
I just don't want reinforcement spawning as soon as it kicks off.
Makes sense. Okay.
So
air reinforcements.
Next, you want to get it. Yeah, air reinforcements mode C.
C. All right then. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
A and B are kind of dumb, so you don't need to worry about them.
right.
It's-
Where should I put them? There we go. This will work.
So yeah, leave it at where you want your airbags to spawn from.
Yeah. So module C. Yep. And then another asset compiler.
Okay, so then we want no. No, no, no. So what we want to do is you want to go to objects, go to up 4. And then you want to go to
Get my planes and
we'll do
shit.
the Pakistan National Armory helicopter.
I'll get my
And then I'm
pelicans
gonna make sure play vehicles with crews on.
on. Okay, so I have
On yes.
a
So there's 2
pelican.
ways we're gonna set this up for
On top.
transport vehicles. What you want to do is you want to find level ground. Holy Jesus. Hold on. Let me.
I've got transport vehicles first, and then we'll do non-transport.
Cool. So I'm gonna set up. Hold on.
Does where I place these vehicles affect anything?
Well, they're gonna spawn there, so
Okay, in that exact location,
that exact location.
so I can have them spread
So
out to whatever range I want them spread out to.
yeah, but I would keep them consolidated
Yeah,
because you
they're
want them
relatively
coming at like
yeah.
similar.
So I've got them just because there's multiple helipads that I'm going to be using in this area, so I can have them spread out and all linked together.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're gonna do is that you've got them here, right? So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab all of the VIX you spawned in, and you're gonna want to sync them to air reinforcements mode C.
Yes.
Then what you want to do is you want to
Enter it.
um that's it actually. That's basically it. Just go into the settings and just change the side to up 4.
How will it carry
And then what you want to
people?
do what it'll do is that if it notices the threshold is down or if it wants to bring in people, how does it every time? It sends the order, the commander sends the order for a group that is around here to get in, or it
Oh.
spawns a group there.
How will it spawn a group
And then
there?
once it just does.
It just
As
does.
spawns a group, and then it
How does
yeah,
it
and then it
choose
places them in
what's
here.
in said group?
I think it pulls from all of the asset compilers you have, or with your guys. I think it knows what infantry is because it works with the 82nd mod.
Right.
It
Okay.
knows what infantry is, and it just spawns a random group inside.
Well, we'll leave it as this is. And yeah, sounds good. And how many will it
So
send at
yeah,
the time? Does it send? Oh, well, that's
you
set
can
up
have the
in the module,
threshold.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you can have it in the threshold.
Number of aircraft to be active at once. Yeah, I can increase
Yeah,
that. I need to set it to opt for delay.
but
Is
one more
that
thing which you want to do is you want
second?
to quickly go into your modules and put down the transport only module,
Oh yeah.
and you want to connect all of these birds that you spawned, assuming they're transport birds, and put them
Well, so
down.
there's some armed
Transport
pelicans as
only.
well. So, but there's also some
And don't.
unarmed
But
ones.
those, what are you going to be using the armed pelicans as a gunship, or are you going to be using them as transport?
Can I use them for both?
Yes, but I think it'll take for transport missions. It'll take like if you're using them for dedicated casts, then no, I don't think so. But if you're using it as like it's gonna bring people in, it's gonna shoot at people during it, then just place it as transport only.
Okay, so I'll sync that to a couple things, but I might leave one of them. Wait, no. Do I sync the transport
And if
to
you
the
want
plane,
to,
or do I sync the plane to the transport only?
you the Pelican, you sync it to transport only to get to air reinforcements mode C.
Okay, so it syncs to both things. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
do that.
And if you want to specify what these things are, for example, you want to specify that because the Pelican's a multi-role helicopter, what you can do is you can go to systems, you can go to NR6 tools, and it's going to say HAL RHQ and then a bunch of things. What you're going to bring is you're going to do ground attack aircraft, and you've already set it to transport only, so that should work. So you want to set it to aircraft, ground attack aircraft, and Um,
And the
that
transport
should be
only.
good. Yeah,
So
yeah. So
so
then
what
you
do I do with
can
those two?
ins- you just sync the helicopters to them. If you want to make sure that NR6 knows how to use the birds, you can grab from this HAL RHQ pack essentially. And what it'll do is that it'll if you sync them to the HAL RHQ thing, NR6 will go, okay, these vehicles are ground attack aircraft, and there's also air reinforcements. So if I want to send them on a CAS mission, I can. But if I need to use them to drop in reinforcements, then you can do that as well.
So would the transport only not override them being able to? I'll test it
They
out.
might. You have to test. You have to
Yeah,
test it out.
I've got
Yeah.
one that's not synced to ground only, but I've got like two Hawks, which and a Falcon that are synced to transport only, so that we should be able to see the
Well, there you go.
difference. Yeah.
Last thing, if you search up cache, don't do with an E, just do CACH. It'll bring up caching
Caching
system.
system,
Place that anywhere, and boom, that's how you do the caching. So it decreases
Oh
circle
yeah,
life.
I remember. Yep, that's always a fun. That's a good, useful one. Uh,
Yeah, and then I think that's it. Honestly,
okay. Now how do I test that it works?
start the mission up. Throw some blue four down, and fuck, we just get money, dude. That's really all I can say.
Okay, let me give it a go then. Yeah, because I think the main one I wanted to test is to see how the aircraft thing works. Because I think the mission I chose to make previously was just too complicated for the AI because I wanted it to go over uh, a stretch of water to attack from one island to another, and it was just refusing to do that. And for some reason, it wouldn't send aircraft in either. But I might have had bad
Mm,
settings. So, would me ending AI life, like with the end button, trigger the reinforcement module? Instead, not deleting, but
um,
end, because that kills
I know
them.
what you mean. I think it does not. So I think you want to kill them and then delete their dead bodies.
Can I bomb them with mortars? That should do it. That'll make it want to have reinforcements. Yeah, we'll see. It's loading.
So yeah, there you go. That's NR6, dude. Might run alive later, and I'll teach you how to use alive. And then ideally, if you use NR6 and alive,
What's alive?
literally you don't need a Zeus. Alive is like NR6 is for like actual commanding of enemy missions.
Yeah.
Alive is for populating maps with like just civilian life
Oh, that would be
and just shit in
nice.
general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there'll still be some missions that require it. Like the missions I've started this campaign with have been very heavy on civilian interaction and searching for shit, which I don't think NR6 would work with. But
But yeah, NR6 is to simulate essentially
yeah, all out war.
like an enemy
But
commander.
that's what
So
this next set of missions are gonna be like, so that's fine. If it would fucking load. There
you
we
have
go.
to ask command, but if you want help to make sure that like this shit goes well, and I would like to sit in on this mission as well, I'm down to show up. I'm assuming this is gonna be a slap op.
So the way this campaign runs is Tyr and Sleipnir do the same mission each week.
Oh, you finally started doing that. I love so much.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer for people following continuity. Also means that it lasts twice as long.
Mm, um, but yeah, I'll show up if you're gonna be the tier op. I might show up. I
It'll
don't know what
be
I'm doing Wednesday.
yeah. Well, this one I would be playing on Wednesday. Yeah, if I run it, if it seems to be working. Which hopefully it does. How do I make them use artillery so that I also know how to not make them use artillery?
Oh, that's something I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so let's say you place down our position.
I'm
So
I'm just gonna bomb the shit out of some AI right now and see what happens.
what you're gonna do is get your artillery.
Hold on.
Is this a Scud? Why do Tekazings have a Scud launcher?
Oh well, it spawned the troops, but they haven't garrisoned in this area because the garrisoning is shit in this area.
I can't help you with that.
No. There's nothing to be done. I can just garrison them manually.
I want to see if this fucking Scud launcher works. Hold on.
But yeah, so this is an area I can garrison myself and just have all the NR6
Does the
spawn when they
Scud
do.
launcher not work? That's lame as hell. Look at this fucking thing.
In RHS, there's one like that that does work.
An RHS?
Yeah.
With just
I
a
think,
big ass Scud on the back? Just a singular one?
I don't know. Yeah, like a big missile. I think it's a nuke.
RHS. Where in RHS?
It's a Russian one, I think. VDV maybe.
BDV.
Oh well, I fucked something. It spawned some blue for marauders, which obviously isn't right.
That means you got to change the side on something.
Yeah. Are these helicopters taking off?
Well, I don't know if they have anything to go to.
Well, they've switched on, but there's no one in them.
Then you'll need somewhere to go to. Where's the Scud?
Who are these guys, and why are they?
Oh, is it this one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That looks like it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my air reinforcements don't seem to be doing anything. The other guys seem to have spawned, but the air ones don't. Well, they've spawned, but they're not doing anything. Even though I'm killing them.
That was cool as hell.
It is really cool.
Alright, I'm launched this thing like right fucking here, so I can see it.
Ready for order.
Well, it for sure is somewhat working at this time, so. Might move the air reinforcement location to be closer. So that it can actually have troops get in. It kind of looked like maybe the troops were trying to drive to it and then didn't work out. Yeah. This only needs like one.
Holy shit! That's a big ass bomb!
Yep. It's pretty cool.
You can open the inspection panel on this thing?
What I can do is I can make the threshold 1.5 and then shit will spawn immediately. Same with the air reinforcement one I can do. No, that
I don't know
threshold
you can
doesn't
do all
work.
that. That's cool as shit.
Okay, you show me the artillery bit as well, and then we'll be done.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so let's say you want to get some fellas on I don't know, a Hilux with some artillery on it, right? Let's say you don't want these guys to actually, yeah, no. So what you want to do is you want to go back to your commander settings, and you want to see control all side groups, enable that.
I think
Enable
that's
control
still
all side
on.
groups.
Hold on, let me find where I put that. General settings,
You just
commander
sent me this order.
settings. Wait.
That's just commander. You have to go to commander settings.
Yes. Control all side groups disabled. I can enable it.
Enable it. Yeah.
Okay. Now
And
what?
then you want to. Let me find this. Hold on. That's what it is. It's exclude squads. So what you want to do is any single squad that you do not want to be in this control all sides group, just sync them to this exclude squads module, and they will not be controlled by NR6 or HAL.
Yeah.
But artillery works. I think we also have lambs. Is
We
that
don't have lambs. We have a VCOM.
you don't have
but I
lambs?
don't think VCOM is active. But it's in the fucking mod list. But yeah, we don't have lambs.
Hold on. It's still like if it's in visual range, it'll still shoot at them. So, tread carefully with that. And then you can just have it so that like,
I could just take their ammo away, really.
yeah, if you want to do that, then that works too.
But so how does it use the, like, if I had it included, the artillery, how would I make it work?
If you had it include the artillery,
Yeah, would it just work automatically?
just take that off and it would work. Yeah, just take it off and make sure to do the HAL RHQ artillery.
I haven't done that. Oh yeah, so that would be what is that? HAL attributes? No,
It'd be attributes, yeah.
it's not. The tools. RHQ artillery. And then I sync them to it.
I forgot this thing has such a wide range.
Oh, you can use.
I just forgot how fucking huge lithium was.
Okay. So that's objective set up. Why am I not going over to it?
Look at these guys going.
They're off. Where are your guys leaving?
Skill issue.
Yeah, I don't like it.
They like to just loiter though, so.
Oh, mine didn't even take off.
Okay, I believe that's everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like about everything. Let me. I'll mess around with it a bit more, but that should be enough. I can reference that as soon as I recorded it also.
Awesome.
Should be fine. I fixed an issue there because one of them was spawning as blue 4, which isn't ideal. Let's see. If I give units custom loadouts, will it respect that when it chooses what it's spawning?
Yes, it will.
That's very nice.
Okay, if that's everything, I'm gonna close this out and I'm gonna install fucking. I forgot what it's called. Ghost Recon.
Cool. Cool. Well, thanks for the time, man. I'll let you know if we're using it on Wednesday. And being me, I can probably get you in to have a look. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Sounds good, dude.
Well, see you around then.
Yeah. If you have any questions, let me know.
Mhm.